you're really going to like this park. There's a lot of rides are squeezed into a very small plot of land. I'm not sure why some people think this is not a really good one. I think I might prefer the X-Spin versions. I will for sure be back in this park. Good morning from Stockholm. Yesterday we explored the city here, and today we're going to explore a theme park here because we're going to do this one here, Gröna Lund. But first we have to get on the ferry to get there to the other side of the water here. I visited Gröna Lund last year, 11 months ago actually, so not even a year ago. I really enjoyed this park, and I'm going to really enjoy it again today. Alright, we just entered Gröna Lund and we are literally the first persons walking into the park today. We had a bonus hour and we were first in line. There was maybe 2 or 3 people behind us. It's the first time in my life I'm entering the park at the very first. And that guy is already running to another ride. I'm not sure where he's running to, or maybe he's just working here and it's just running to be on time. Anyway. We're going to look for Twister because that's the only ride I didn't do last year because that ride was closed. It's a wooden coaster, and let's go to Twister to experience that one for the first time. But by the way, for me it's not my first time, but for Bart it's actually his first time. I already told Bart you're really going to like this park because it's like a very small plot of land with a lot of rides squeezed, a bit like Phantasialand indeed, because a lot of rides are squeezed into a very small plot of land, so you don't need to walk kilometers during your day. It's a very convenient park. I really love this place. So here we are at the back of the park with a cool view on Stockholm, by the way, really nice. But here at the water side is Twister, a wooden coaster, and we're going to explore this one right now. Alright, we had our first 3 rides actually on Twister. Really a fun wooden coaster actually. It's not the best wooden coaster I've done, but it's a very fun one. It's a pretty long one for the small plot of land it's situated on. And it's a very twisty one, very snappy one with a lot of airtime moments and such. But really fun. I have to admit, the back row is a lot more fun than the front row. We did it once in front, twice in the back row. Back row is so much better. But anyway, very fun starter of the day here at Gröna Lund. And now we're going to wait in line, Now we're going to wait in line for Vilda Musen, a Gerslauer bobsled coaster. I'm really loving this bonus hour, by the way, because we also had 2 rides already on Vilda Musen, and the park is only open for 15 minutes or something like that. Now we're going straight for Monster, but Vilda Musen, by the way, really fun wild mouse. The best wild mouse coaster there is in the world, I think. It's a custom model from Gerslauer, but just a really fun one. Okay, next up we're going to do Monster, the B&M inverted coaster. And there's practically no line here, so that's perfect.
Alright, so in the meantime we did 3 more rides on Monster and we did a ride on Kvasten already also. It's just really convenient to have this bonus hour. So the bonus hour is from 10 to 11. It's an additional fee to enter earlier in the park, but it's so convenient. We did already 9 rides on a few different coasters here. It's really worth it for sure. Now Monster, by the way, a really great B&M coaster here in Gröna Lund. I really love this one. It's not a very long one, it's not a very smooth one, but it's just a very snappy one, very fun inversions. It's also cool to have like those near miss moments and such. And same as Twister, it's much better in the back actually than in the front, but really great B&M inverted coaster. I'm not sure why some people think this is not a really good one, because I really love this B&M coaster for sure, and it's also beautifully embedded in this park like any other coaster here. Kvasten, also fun family coaster. Look at that. Kvasten, also fun family coaster. It's a Vekoma suspended family coaster, a pretty standard model. I think Kvasten was actually the first one of this model, but I've also done this model somewhere else. I'm not sure exactly where it was. Doesn't matter. It's just a very fun model. But now let's do some more rides on some other coasters, because this bonus hour, really loving it so far. Anyway, by the way, not all the rides are open with the bonus hour, so a few coasters are open and a few flat rides. Insane, for example, this one is only opening at 11, which is a bit sad because I really want to do that one. However, we're going to do that later today, of course. But for now, we're going to do a ride which I didn't do last time I was here in Gröna Lund, which is Expressen, a breakdance ride, with an indoor breakdance ride. So let's do this one, if we find the entrance. And 2 more rides on Expressen done. Really, bonus hour, love it. It's a very fun breakdance ride. It's just a breakdance ride, of course, but it's fun. The fact that it's indoors. Now we're going to wait till this one opens up, because it's almost 11, and we're going to ride this little insane coaster. Nu komt het ergste stuk nog. Okay, 2 more rides done on Insane. It's a really such a fun coaster. It's an Intamin Zagspin. Intamin is a company from Liechtenstein. For those who don't know, Intamin create a lot of roller coasters. This one, a Zagspin model, is a model they... I'm not sure they're still creating this model. They're still building Zagspins, because there are not a lot of Zagspins in the world, and some parks which had a Zagspin already removed it again. But it's just such a fun ride, actually, in my opinion. It's quite insane. This ride is called Insane, but it's really insane. It's a very snappy one, a very just out of control feeling. It's really a fun one. You have a lot of inversions and a lot of snappy transitions on a very short layout, as you can see. Now it's a bit comparable with, for example, the SNS versions. SNS is an American company that creates roller coasters. They have a similar kind of ride, which is the I'm not sure exactly what the name is, which is the 4D free spin or something like that.
but it's that ride is more a stretched out version actually. I did one like that in for example Six Flags Great Adventure, but also one in, I have to think, Motion Gate in Dubai, and those free spin coasters are really bigger models. They're more stretched out, but they also seem to have a bit more force, maybe a bit more G-forces, but this thing is just a lot more snappy, a lot more whippy in my opinion, which is really, really fun. So actually, I think I might prefer those X-Spin versions, but anyway. Alright, and after that insane ride on Insane, we're going for another insane ride, which is a free fall tower, Fritt Fall. But there's actually two versions on this tower. You have the normal free fall tower, but you also have the tilt version, where the seat you're in, actually it tilts a little bit forward and then drops you all the way down. So let's see which version we're going to do. We had the first ride on Fritt Fall, which is a really fun free fall tower with a tilting effect. Really fun. It adds a little bit to the scariness of the ride, but it's not as scary, of course, as Ikaros here, which is really tilting like completely 90 degrees. A very different experience, Ikaros. Hopefully it's going to be open, because I saw they were testing the ride, but it's closed at this moment still. So fingers crossed it's going to open later today. But anyway, we already did Fritt Fall, the tilt version, which is also really fun. Stupid thing, I will probably have to do it again, because at the moment where we were at the top at Fritt Fall, I, for some reason, seemed to have pushed the recording button and it stopped recording. So anyway, I didn't record the free fall itself. But let's wait in line for Ikaros, hopefully. Alright, we did Ikaros here 2 times. It's such a great free fall tower. Just the moment when you're tilting 90 degrees facing the ground is so scary at first. Now the second time I was like, yeah, maybe first time is more frightening. The second time is more like, yeah, I know what to expect. The second time I even didn't hold my hand. It was a really fun experience, a really fun ride. I really recommend everyone coming here. This free fall tower, it's so cool. It's really so cool. And there's actually only 2 like this in the world. There's one here in Gröna Lund, and there's another one a little bit taller than this one in Busch Gardens in Tampa in Florida in the United States. But this one, a really great one.
And in the meantime, we're not going to sleep tonight, right? No, because we just did Blå Tåget or something like that. I'm not sure if the pronunciation is right, but it's like the scary ghost ride kind of thing. I did it last year already. I completely forgot how the ride was, but it's... Sorry for the noise, by the way. I completely forgot how this ride went, but it's just yeah, nothing too crazy actually. It's a very standard ghost ride. Bart is really scared, huh?
Well, not sleep tonight.
You want? Anyway, it was a bit scary, but not very scary at all. Anyway, it's a very yeah, standard ghost ride with some scare effects, but not really. There's not really like a theme or storyline or anything. It's just random scenes, random effects. Just very fairground-like, in my opinion. Anyway, here we are again. We're next to Twister, as you already saw maybe. And here we have a really beautiful view on yeah, Stockholm and then the surrounding. There's like Stockholm Castle, I believe. It's just a very, very beautiful park. Also, really fun wooden coaster, by the way. But also the view you have on these drop towers here, because there's 4 like higher rides. There's 3 drop tower rides, which is kind of insane actually, and there's 1 Starflyer ride. But the view you have on top of these rides over Stockholm and such, it is magnificent, really, really beautiful, exceptional. Because this is a view you will. Yeah, it's kind of view you don't see a lot in a theme park or an amusement park anywhere in the world. This is really like really beautiful view from up there, and also pretty scary if you don't like drop towers. But anyway, anyway, we did quite a lot of rides already, and it's just 12:40, so we still have a lot of time in this park, and not that many rides still left on our to-do list. So we're going to enjoy some nice lunch first. Then afterwards see what rides we can do afterwards. And after that lunch we're going for one of the 3 drop towers here, because like I told, there are 3 drop towers. There is Fritt Fall with the tilt thing, there is Ikaros with the 90-degree tilt, and there is Katapulten here, which is an SNS shot and drop tower. Like I told earlier, SNS is an American company that creates roller coasters or flat rides and that kind of stuff. One of the popular models of SNS is the shot and drop tower, which is a ride where you're being shot upwards and then get a free fall again. But let's do this one now. Alright, we did Katapulten, the SNS shot and drop tower. Bart at the end was kind of surprised because yeah, at the end it goes up all the way to the top again slowly, and Bart thought then at the end we were going slowly back down, but it doesn't go back down slowly because it actually drops quite fast again. So there was a little scream from Bart. It's just a very, very fun.
I never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, he never indeed knows what's going to happen because I never tell him. It's always fun to be surprised on a ride. But this one, I really like this shot and drop tower from SNS. I've done quite some shot and drop towers. They're quite fun, and this one is one of the better ones in my opinion. It also has quite some airtime, quite some force to it. It's a really fun one. Now we're going to do another ride on the Fritt Fall tilt, because like I said earlier, I pushed the recording button earlier. Stupid me, so we're going to do this one again. But I said earlier, we did quite some rides already, but let's do another one which we didn't do yet. I did it last year already, so I know it's a very fun thing. Lustiga Huset, which is a fun house. I'm really curious how Bart is going to like this one. I know it's a fun one, because it has a really cool ending, but let's see how he reacts. Alright, we just came out of Lustiga Huset, the fun house here. It was a lot of fun, right? Especially the ending. Bart was kind of surprised with the ending because it has like a slide. His reaction was kind of fun. I already knew what to expect, but he was like kind of surprised. It's really one of the best fun houses I've ever done in the world. It's it's also really a long one, but it's just a really fun one. The ending, love it. Now we did basically all the interesting rides for adults. There's also like a Starflyer, like I said earlier, but that one is closed due to, I guess, the wind, because it's kind of windy. And in other parks they easily close down these rides because of the wind, so I guess here it's also the wind. But anyway, like I said, we did all the interesting rides here in the park. There is also like a big kids area, but yeah, we're not the target audience, of course, so we're not going to spend any time in that area, but I just want to show it to you, so let's get there. So this is the area we explored already, and here is the kids area, which is right there. By the way, there's also a lot of interesting stuff about the history of Gröna Lund here in this hallway. But here is kids area. There's a walking plant here. So this is the kids area of the park. With a lot of fun rides for kids. Families with kids can spend the whole day probably in this area alone, because the many rides here situated. There's also a small kiddie coaster here, like a ladybug kind of kiddie ride from Zier, but I've done that one last year. I'm not going to ride it this year because Bart is not interested in kiddie rides, and I'm actually not interested in this one either. But there's also like an even smaller kiddie ride, which is the droptowers, I believe it's called. It's something from, I think it's San Perla. I'm not sure anymore. I think it's in Perla, but let me show it. Here, this little cute kiddie coaster. It's basically just a train that makes some turns, and that's basically it. That's all the ride does. But also here, I did this one last year. I'm not going to do this one again because I don't really need to ride kiddie coasters. They're so dumb. I don't mean dumb like in a stupid way. It's not that these rides shouldn't be here. They're nice for kids, but they're just yeah. I'm not a target audience. That's very clear. Anyway, I'm going to look for Bart because Bart went somewhere, but I don't know where he went. I lost Bart. In the meantime, there's also a carousel here. There are a lot of fun games to play for kids to win some stuff, I guess. And here we have Bart again. I lost you. Anyway, let's go back to the other parts, which is the more interesting part, because I think Bart and I are not going to ride anything here. I just wanted to show it to you guys. There's also, oh, by the way, I forgot this one. Ticket ride, also fun. Or a little drop tower ride. Anyway, but let's get to the other part of the park again. But we saw something very interesting here. We're kind of hungry, so we're going to eat some frozen yogurt. Alright, I'm going to enjoy my frozen yogurt. And here, of course, we're back at the best rides of the park. There is a Monster, the incredible inverted coaster from B&M. There is, where is it? Where is it actually? There is Insane, which is an incredible Zeg spin ride from Intamin. There's just a lot of really great rides here. Now, like I said, we did all the rides here, and I can safely say that these two rides here are my favorite ones. The Intamin Zeg spin coaster and the B&M inverted coaster, Insane and Monster. Really the best coasters in this park for sure. My other favorite rides here are the flat rides, like for example Ikaros, Fritt Fall, also a really great one. Katapulten, also a really fun shot and drop tower, and the wooden coaster Twister, of course, is also a really fun wooden coaster. I'm glad this time I was able to ride this one, because last year I wasn't able to ride that one because it was closed. But anyway, amazing park. I love it, and I will for sure be back. I know in 2027, 2028, I'm not sure exactly when, but this park will get an expansion with another big coaster. I believe it's going to be, I believe it's even going to be a Vekoma like launch coaster or something. Anyway, it looks incredible on the concept arts already, but that means I will for sure be back in this park, and maybe even sooner already. I don't know. I just absolutely love this place. It's amazing. But anyway, we're going to enjoy some more re-rides on our favorite rides here, and I'll see you again in the next video. See ya.